Apologize for the interruption in coverage here. As there are 2 runners on here for the Copperheads, as Aiden Kwan and Lazaro Santos both singling here in the top of the 5th to give 2 runners on here for Painter, who takes this pitch inside. And a chance to drive in the first run of the game for the Copperheads. A 2-1 count here for Elmore, looking to get out of the jam. Still 2 away here. And he gets a swing and a miss on this pitch. This pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Painter. So despite 2 singles from Aiden Kwan and Lazaro Santos, the Copperheads unable to push one across. And Luke Elmore gets through his 5th inning unscathed. Still a 6-0 lead here for the Disco Turkeys in game 1 of this doubleheader here. Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning after a 6 spot of runs, as Martinez drives this one foul down the third base line. Martinez 0 for 1 with the walk so far. Scored one of the 6 runs for the Disco Turkeys last inning. Now looking for his first base hit or second time on base this game. 0-1 skips up there. As it will be Seth Hagler back out there after getting the final 2 outs of last inning, and gets strike 2 to Martinez. Martinez, Tucker, and Lee due up. The 1-2 is outside. Good eye there from Martinez to stay alive in this count. The righty from App State, Hagler, looking for a good start to this inning, and the 2-2 on the way is low, and a good eye from Martinez, who walked for the 12th time this season. last inning. Works the count full to a 3-2. The payoff pitch from Hagler. Swing and a miss. He got him. And a rare strikeout from Derek Martinez. Brings up Paxton Tucker with one out in the bottom of this 5th inning. First pitch to the left fielder looks like a breaking ball, and that one nearly hits Paxton Tucker, the left fielder. 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a pop out.
All right, 3-6, let's get it going.
1-0 on the way, a swing and a drive deep to center field. Back on the track and calling for it is Staborski. Makes the catch. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th will bring up Ryan Lee, 0 for 1 with a walk.
Number 27, Ryan Lee.
So 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Now the catcher Lee up to bat. Lee had a good game against the Owls back on June 4th.
All right, 2-7.
His only home run and RBI so far this season. And some limited game action as one of the 4 catchers for this Disco Turkeys team. As we see Dakota Dahl a hometown kid from Winston-Salem, as this one's rocketed left field by Lee, way up in the air. But over and it's it's gone! A high fly ball by Ryan Lee had us fooled in the commentary box. Looked like a routine fly ball, but it just kept carrying. And Ryan Lee has his 2nd home run of the year. And it clears the 310's wall in left field, and Ryan Lee gets the jacket, hits the pose, and it's now 4-0. The 4th hit, and 7-0 for the Disco Turkeys. This one in the air. First pitch swinging from Tanner Bray, but under it is Staborski to make the catch. But a home run by Ryan Lee extends the lead to a 7-0 advantage for the Disco Turkeys. When we come back, it'll be the 6th inning. The Copperheads looking to strike back. Back for the top of the 6th inning here of Game 1 of this doubleheader. Luis Morales up to bat against the new pitcher for the Disco Turkeys, Brian Oakley, who actually made his last appearance against this Copperheads team back on May 31st. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts in that one. So they will have seen the new pitcher, will the Copperheads. Morales up first. It'll be Morales, Gray, and Staborski, the top 3 hitters, due up for this Copperheads team. As quickly behind 1-2 is Morales against Oakley, looking for his 14th hit of the season, leading the league in the SCBL. This pitch is low from Oakley. Standing at 6'5", 290, an imposing presence on the mound. As Morales rips this one up the middle for a base hit. And Morales continuing his torrid start at the plate. A perfect leadoff hitter for this Copperheads team. And now 14 hits on the season, leads the league. We'll bring up Will Gray, 0 for 2 on the night. The ground out and a strikeout so far. Leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads trailing the Disco Turkeys 7 by Will Gray. Next pitch from Oakley in the dirt, but a nice block there by Lee to keep it in front of him. So that'll keep the count now at 1-1, as they did actually rule Will Gray's did turn his bat around on that first pitch. So it'll be a 1-1 count. Morales breaking for second. Gray puts it in play, but it is foul. Morales will go back to first base. But has been a good base runner, has Luis Morales so far this season. One-two pitch here to Gray. Swung on and fouled off. As this pitch goes back instead from Oakley to the first baseman Meacham. Trying to hold Morales at first here. 1-2 count to the DH, Will Gray. Swung on and fouled over the screen. And goes up onto the top concourse here at Couch Park. Now another 1-2 on the way from Oakley. Morales breaks for second, and it's another foul ball for Will Gray, who stayed alive quite a few times here in this at-bat. Now it'll go back to first base once again, does Oakley. Can't get Morales that time, and Will Gray still awaiting the next pitch. It'll be another 1-2 count. Gray now fouled off 3 pitches this at-bat, looking to get on base for the first time today. He takes that pitch low for ball 2. Now the count even at 2-2. Oakley goes back to first. Morales back in time. Full count pitch, swung on and fouled, and Morales goes back once again. Gray has fouled off multiple pitches in this at-bat and now runs the count full against Oakley. Next pitch on the way. Through the right side, a base hit. And 2 singles for Morales and Gray. Get things started off hot here for the Copperheads. Here in this 6th inning, and Staborski due up next. As now Staborski steps in against Oakley. 2 men on here and still no one out. As the Copperheads look to get back into this game. Down 7-0 as of right now. Staborski swings at that off speed from Oakley. Now the next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and Staborski in the at bat. Still looking for his first hit of the season is the junior from Catawba College. Has made an appearance in 2 games as a batter. A good spot to do it against Oakley. 0-2 on the ground to short. Herbst will flip to first. It is not in time, and Staborski breaks out, beats out the throw. It's an infield single, the 3rd in a row for this Copperheads top of the lineup, and now the base is loaded with no outs. Connor Paul will step up next, and 0 for 1 on the night with a hit by pitch.
The batter's first baseman, the run back ball.
As Paul takes his first pitch from Oakley. Low for a ball, and you've got to think this is the potential turning point in the game for these Copperheads hitters, who have now strung together 5 hits in the last 2 innings. That pitch is outside, and have put some pressure on Oakley and the Disco Turkeys here. We'll see if the Copperheads can take advantage of a bases-loaded, no-out situation here. Paul will be the first to do so. A 1-1 swung on and a pop fly. Giving chase is Bowman in right field. It will land in between him and Meacham in foul ground. Kind of in no man's land there, over near the bullpen on the right side. So now a 1-2 count to the first baseman, Paul. Looking to hit safely in his 8th game out of 8 this season as Oakley steps off. Now it's on the ground, but will run foul. All runners retreat to their respective bases once again. Paul been one of the better hitters for this Copperheads team. Looking for his 10th hit of the season and puts this one foul down the line. It'll be his 11th hit of the season. If he's able to again on the way, on the ground, over to second, in time for one out. But the run does score. Morales gets the Copperheads on the board on an RBI ground out by Connor Paul. So that'll be the 4th run batted in of the game, of the season, pardon, for Connor Paul. And now Dane Frelick up. Still just one out. First pitch on the way is low. The 1-0 pitch on the way from Oakley. Swung on in a drive towards the gap in right center field. It's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Frelick turning for 2. He'll stop there, but both runs will score. Will Gray and Parker Staborski both score easily, and it's a 3-spot in the top of the 6th inning for the Copperheads, who cut the lead from 7-0 at the beginning of this inning to now 7-3, and still just 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Frelick stands at second with his first hit of the night, a stand-up double, and it'll bring up Matt Goldasich, the EH, 0 for 2 on the night. As now Oakley will stay out there. Still just 1 out here in the bottom half of this lineup. Now for the Copperheads is Matt Goldasich hitting 6th tonight. Frelick stands at second after his double went all the way to the wall and drove in 2 runs. As this one's lined over the shortstop, Herbst, and into center field. And now coming home will be Frelick. The throw to the plate cut off, and Goldasich will score. Goldasich scores Frelick on an RBI single, and now 4 runs across for this Copperheads team. Cuts the lead to 7-4. As it will be the end of the night for Brian Oakley. Copperheads hit him hard here in the top of the 6th inning and have closed the game down from 7-0 to 7-4. Still just 1 out and 1 on when we come back. As back here after the pitching change, Disco Turkey's turn to number 50. Turn to number 54 out of the bullpen, Bank Scott. As this first pitch, after the 1-0, fouled off by Jones. And all of a sudden, the Copperheads have life after 4 runs scored in this top of the 6th inning. Goldisich stands on first after driving in the 4th of those runs. And now facing Scott on the mound is Josh Jones, looking to cut the deficit down further. One, two on the way and fouled off. One, two on the way is low, and Josh Jones stays alive. Disco Turkey the capability to turn a double play if they can get it in the right space. Goldisich still stands at first. Scott's 2-2 is low and blocked by Lee. And now a full count to Jones. Swung on in a drive to left field. Back on it and going for Tucker. He will not get there. And all of a sudden it's a 1-run game as Josh Jones tees off on one to left field. His first home run of the season makes it a 7-6 game. And he knew it immediately off the bat. What a 6th inning it's been for this Copperheads team. The Disco Turkeys fans here a bit shocked as they jumped out to that 7-0 lead, and now the tying run at the plate here in Winston-Salem. Josh Jones records the 6th hit of the Copperheads. 6th inning, and that one scores runs 5 and 6 to left field. Clears the 3-10 sign as this one's ripped into right field by Quan, and that is down for a base hit. And now that's Quan's 2nd consecutive hit of this game. 2 for 3 on the night is the Monmouth commit. As now there will be another mound visit at the very least for the Disco Turkeys. As the Copperheads have jumped all over the Disco Turkeys relievers. 5 singles, a double, and a home run, contributing to what has been a 6-inning, 6-run performance. Didn't get on the board until this inning, but wow, have they done a great job at stringing together hits. And Aiden Quan, the most recent batter to get on base. A position not many here at Couch Park would have ever expected the Disco Turkeys to be in, now in threaten and in danger of losing the potential lead here. Scott out of the bullpen is still allowed 2 runs to score on that home run by Josh Jones. For a Copperheads team that has not had a lot of home runs this season, that's a big one. As now the 0-1 on the way to Santos. In there for a strike and a good first pitch here. For Scott, looking to get out of the jam. 4 consecutive Copperheads batters have reached base as Santos puts this one in the air. But this time it is playable for Bowman, who makes the catch for an all-important second out. And that'll bring up Jacob Painter. 2 strikeouts on the day, but a chance to potentially tie this game if he can put one in the gap. Quan takes a lead at first, and now he's going. The throwdown from Lee isn't made, and now the tying run in scoring position for this Copperheads team, who trailed 7-0 in the 6th inning, have scored 6 times, capped off by a 2-run homer by Josh Jones down the left field line. 3 batters ago. Now after Aiden Kwan's single, he represents the tying. Now a 1-1 count. Scott still just needs 1 out to get out of this inning and preserve the 7-6 lead. This one, a dribbler on the ground, stays fair. Throw out. And Painter into first with an infield single. Advances Quan to third, and still the Copperheads do not die. As they bat around here in the 6th inning, Morales led things off this inning with a single, and now he has a chance to tie the ball game. Morales a chance at his 2nd hit of the inning. Led things off here in the 6th with the single for his 14th hit of the season. Quan at third. And Painter at first. And now a base hit could give the Copperheads the lead here. And now the count at 2-2. Scott ready. The pitch swung on towards right field, but making the catch is Bowman. And the Disco Turkeys hang on to the lead here. But the Copperheads have made this a ball game. A 7-6 lead now for the Disco Turkeys after the Copperheads score 6 in the top of the 6th. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th for the Disco Turkeys to see if they can extend the lead here and get some much-needed insurance when we return from Couch Park here in Winston-Salem. Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Disco Turkeys still holding on to the lead here as Hagler back out there for another inning of work. Will face Bryce Meacham to lead things off here.
All right, Bryce, you got a piece. Let's straighten it out.
Hagler will face Bryce Meacham to start off this bottom of the 6th, followed by Julian Abreu and Thomas Bowman. Takes a pitch in there for strike 2, does Meacham, and off to a good start here is Hagler, looking to keep the game at a 1-run contest after 6 runs in the 6th inning. Brought the Copperheads to within touching distance of these Disco Turkeys as Meacham takes ball 1 here. Now a 1-2 count to the Disco Turkeys' first baseman. Looping off speed upstairs, and ball 2 for the first baseman Meacham from Louisiana Monroe. From the Charlotte area, and making an impact up here in Winston-Salem for the Disco Turkeys in their first SCBL season. 2-2 on the way is upstairs, and he runs the count full.
Let him pitch it to you. He's got to give you one.
Now the 3-2 on the way from Hagler. Swing and a miss, and he bounces back. A big strikeout of Meacham to start this bottom of the 6th. That brings up Julian Abreu. 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
All right, 2-0. Let's get it started.
Hagler's first pitch swung on and fouled. Abreu looking to get something started here in the bottom of the 6th as he steps in against Hagler, who's been great in relief. Did give up the 2-run single to Joe Specht, but came in a bases-loaded situation, nearly got out of the jam unscathed. Did give up the home run to Ryan Lee as his only earned run so far. That one made it 7-6 in the difference in the game so far. As the Disco Turkeys look to get some insurance here in game 1, as this one's driven deep to left field. Back down the line, but foul. And chasing it was Quan, but he did not get there in time. That one lands over on the building out in left field behind the bushes here at Couch Park, and a long strike means a 2-2 count now for Abreu.
All right, 2-0. Straighten it out.
And now a 2-2 from Hagler is low, and the count runs full once again. And now a full count offering to Abreu is outside. So it is ball 4, and he will advance. Now the 9th walk of the night for the Disco Turkeys will bring up Thomas Bowman, who has 2 of them himself. 1 down and 1 on here in the bottom of the 6th. Instead, the throw goes back to first, and it is in time to get the out. Abreu immediately doubled off first as Hagler caught him napping, and a good throw to Paul in time for the tag and the second out. Immediately neutralizes the threat of the base path runner, and now 2 down and no one on for Thomas Bowman. First pitch of this at bat is high. Now the next pitch swung on and foul. Lands in the stands here in Winston-Salem. One on the way. Inside. Bowman looking to get on base for the 3rd time tonight, as he's walked each of his first 2 times up to the plate. 2-1 on the way is upstairs, and now the junior from Pitt Community College just 1 ball away from 3 walks on the night. Pitch on the way is outside, and that's another walk, number 10 on the night for the Disco Turkeys, and that will bring up Aaron Herbst. As back here after the short mound visit. 2 outs here as that one gets by and into the corner. Running around second and going for third is Bowman. The throw will be made back to the infield. Cut off by Frelick, but that's an important insurance run now, just 90 feet away for the Disco Turkeys. Now Aaron Herbst. A chance with a base hit to drive in the 8th run of the game for the Disco Turkeys and give them a 2-run lead heading into the top of the 7th. As this one does hit him on the back. Now runners at the corners, and the top of the lineup back up. And Joe Specht, 1 for 3 on the night with a single, a ground out, and a fly out. A chance to do some real damage here against Hagler, who's looking to prevent another run from scoring and keep this game within reach for these Copperheads entering the final inning. Behind 1-0 is Hagler, as breaking for second, but a nice sliding play, but it won't matter, and a run will score. Bowman breaks from third to home on the throwdown from Santos. Although it was kept in the infield by Painter back behind second base, it didn't matter in time to get Thomas Bowman running, and now an 8-6 lead for the Disco Turkeys here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now Specht a chance to keep the inning alive. Back here for the top of the 7th inning here in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Copperheads down to their final 3 outs. As it'll be Will Gray first up as he pops this one, drives it to right field, and it is off the wall. Will Gray will have 2, and going for 3, the ball is bobbled. And sliding into third is Will Gray, a lead-off triple. A big hit to start this night off, as the new pitcher Carter Benson immediately has some trouble on his hands. Parker Staborski up next. 1 for 2 with the hit by pitch and a single. Looking to drive in Will Gray and get this down to a 1-run game. Benson out there for the save. The sophomore from Mount Olive College in nearby Lexington, North Carolina. 1-0 on the way. It is in there for a strike. A good pitch. And now a 1-1 count to the center fielder, Staborski. That one low also. It's been a patient approach here for the Copperheads, who have come alive with the bats. A much-needed performance, and even if they don't pull this win out, it'll be good momentum going into Game 2 of the doubleheader later tonight, as this one is in there for strike 2. And a big first out. Just a strike away now for Carter Benson, looking to prevent Will Gray from scoring from third after a stand-up double turned into a sliding triple against the wall. This one fouled off down the line. It'll reach the grass over there on the first base side of the stadium here. Two just outside. Disco Turkeys fans didn't like that particular call, and now it's a 3-2 count. A chance for two batters to get on in a row here at Couch Park in the top of the 7th inning of this doubleheader. And a swing and a miss. Parker Staborski down on strikes, and a big first out for Carter Benson. Now it'll be Connor Paul up next. Paul 0 for 2 on the night, 2 groundouts and a hit by pitch in his 3 at-bats so far. Looking to make an impact here in the top of the 9th and keep this game alive for the Copperheads. A base hit would almost certainly score the 7th run, Will Gray, and make him the tying run if he were to get on base. Representing the tying run at the plate also is Paul. This one on the ground to second, but they'll trade an out for a run, as Gray does come across to score, but it's an RBI ground out for Connor Paul to make it 8-7. But now just 1 out remaining, in the final hope, Dane Frelick, to keep this game alive for the Copperheads. Frelick looking for his 7th hit of the season here in the 7th inning. It would be a massive hit to keep this game alive, with Goldasich due up next if he is able to get on. And a 1-1 count here as Game 1 of this doubleheader comes towards its conclusion. One swung on to the ground to second. Up throwing is Specht in time. And the Disco Turkeys hang on. An 8-7 win here in the doubleheader Game 1. Despite 6 runs in the 6th and another in the 7th, the Disco Turkeys' 6-run 4th inning is enough to hold on to the win. Carter Benson gets the save. We'll be back later tonight in about 30 to 45 minutes for Game 2 of this doubleheader right here from Couch Park. Disco Turkeys, though, pick up the first game 8-7. We'll see if the Copperheads can even it back up. We'll be back live 30 minutes from now. I'm Gunter Schroeder saying so long for Game 1 of this doubleheader from Couch Park. Be sure to be tuning in for Game 2 at about 9:15 or so.